Imran Khan, Pakistan's former prime minister, has been sentenced to 3 years in prison. Ex-Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has called for widespread rallies after being sentenced to 3 years in prison on corruption charges. Mr. Khan was found guilty of failing to declare money obtained from selling office presents. He disputes the claims and says he will fight them in court. Mr. Khan was arrested from his residence in Lahore following the ruling. "I have only one appeal. Don't sit at home silently," he urged in a video message posted to X, formerly known as Twitter. "I am struggling for you, the country, and your children's future," he added. The 70-year-old former cricketer-turned-politician was elected in 2018 but was deposed in a no-confidence vote last year after clashing with Pakistan's powerful military. Mr. Khan is facing over 100 allegations filed against him since his departure, which he claims are politically motivated. However, the government has categorically denied that Mr. Khan's arrest for disqualification was motivated by politics. Mariam Aurangzeb, Pakistan's Information and Communications Minister, told the BBC, "You have to be accountable in law for your actions. This has absolutely nothing to do with politics. An individual who has been found guilty by a court of law must be arrested." The verdict on Saturday focused on allegations that Mr. Khan wrongly stated details of gifts from foreign dignitaries and earnings from their suspected sale. Rolex watches, a ring, and a pair of cufflinks were among the gifts, which were said to be valued at more than 140 million Pakistani rupees, $635,000, £500,000. His dishonesty has been established beyond a reasonable doubt, stated Judge Humayun Nilaver in his judgment. Some pro-government protesters chanted outside the courts, "Your show is over, Khan." According to Judge Nilaver, police have been directed to arrest Mr. Khan immediately. Within 15 minutes following the verdict, video of a line of police cars and trucks transporting him began to spread on social media. Intazar Hussain Penjutha, Imran Khan's lawyer, told the BBC that the trial was conducted by a kangaroo-type court in which the accused was never allowed to defend himself. As a result of today's conviction, he has been barred from participating in politics for the next 5 years, Mr. Penjutha said. However, if the sentence and conviction are suspended, as we hope the superior courts will do, he will be able to return to politics. Mr. Khan has been sent to Attock jail, a minor institution in Punjab province with military affiliations located around 85 kilometers, 52 miles, from the capital Islamabad. Several members of Mr. Khan's party have previously been held at the property, according to local media. He had escaped arrest for months, with his supporters at times battling fierce clashes with police to keep him out of custody. Mr. Khan was arrested in May for failing to appear in court as requested. He was then released, and the arrest was deemed illegal. Protests erupted across Pakistan when he was arrested on May 9th. Thousands of his supporters were arrested for allegedly participating in the protests. Mr. Khan and his political party have experienced a major crackdown since then, with many of his senior leadership jailed before announcing their resignation from the party. Many strong admirers of Mr. Khan, who used to write about him on social media regularly, are now afraid to express themselves or have quietly deleted their prior comments. Despite widespread condemnation from human rights organizations, some of those arrested in support of Mr. Khan will face trial in military courts. Indeed, there had not been the kind of large political protests seen in May several hours after Mr. Khan's arrest. In Lahore, the BBC Urdu team witnessed police arresting fans who had gathered outside his residence chanting and waving flags. There is no evidence of heightened security in and around Islamabad. When asked by BBC HRD Talk whether he had fostered a climate of enmity toward the military, Mr. Khan stated that he and his party had never promoted the use of violence and had a track record of non-violent protest. Mr. Khan claimed that the Pakistani army was terrified of elections that his party would win, hands down, and that as a result, they're dismantling a democracy. The Pakistani army is active in politics. sometimes seizing power in military coups and other times pushing levers behind the scenes. Many commentators believe Mr. Khan's election victory in 2018 was aided by the military. He has been one of the army's most vociferous critics in opposition, and observers think its popularity has declined. Mr. Khan has been advocating for early elections since his ouster, but the verdict on Saturday means he will be barred from running in the much-anticipated election. Ms. Aurangzeb underlined that there was no correlation between the verdict on Saturday and the possibility of elections. Just because elections are coming up doesn't mean you can't arrest him, she told the BBC. She accused Mr. Khan of dodging and skirting the law. On August 9th, Pakistan's parliament will be dissolved, allowing a caretaker administration to take office until the elections. Although no election date has been set, they are constitutionally required to take place by early November. However, the country's law minister stated on Saturday that new elections would have to be held after the findings of a new census were adopted. According to Azam Nazir Terror of Geo News TV, it could take up to 4 months to create new constituency borders based on the results of the count, thus delaying the election by many months.